depressed. I've been wearing the same sweatshirt for like 4 days now. I just get home from work and I just put this on. I just put the sweatshirt on. It's not a good thing. I know it's not a good thing. It's comfy and I love it, but it's not a good thing. Anyways, happy Pride, everyone. Oh my god, I this video is so late. But some of you are probably like, Mickey, it is June. I feel like I'm gonna upload this on the 27th, so let's say the 27th. I'm recording on the 26th. Hopefully it'll be up before then. But so, hi, hello. What even is this about? What is this? Why am I making this video? Well, in the words of the late great Diana Ross. This video is gonna be demonetized, but yes, I'm coming out. Wow. Hi. that's that's weird. That's weird to say. Knowing that it's gonna be on video camera for forever. It's gonna be a forever recording on my channel, and wow. A lot of my close friends know. There's some people online who know, but yes, I am not straight. um, the label I like to use is pansexual. Hi, I'm Mickey, and I am pansexual, and that's okay. That's good. That's a good thing. um, I this was gonna be more structured, this whole video, but I feel like having a script with something like this and me trying to be funny the entire time and trying to force jokes is disingenuous and not what I'm going for here. Yeah, so I'm 19 and I'm pansexual, and maybe that can change. I'm still questioning things, but I know for a fact I'm not straight. So for now, let's not put a label on it. Let's just say I am sexually fluid. Um, and that's good. And you're allowed to be. I'm allowed to be. And you are too. That's not a lie. You are allowed to be able to figure things out and to learn things about yourself, and that's valid and that's okay. Because the label you thought you were, you might not stick with, or may not. You may realize that that's not what you are, and then you grow up and learn about yourself more, and you're allowed to change and you're allowed to grow, and that's good. It's perfectly okay. If you are if you're bi and now you identify as lesbian, that's okay. If you are lesbian and you are trans, that's good. Who cares? If you are comfortable within the label that you have put on yourself, that's good. That's your life. You're allowed to be. Wow, this got weird. I am making this because I want people to understand um that it's okay, that it it gets better. Like I hate that. I hate saying like it gets better, but it does, especially because when you're trying to figure things out, it's a very hard time. Um I know when I was figuring things out, I was going through a horrible, horrible, horrible time in my life. I was severely depressed. I was by the way, let's slap a big ol' trigger warning on there for my pals who can't handle hearing about this stuff easy. That's okay. Please do not force yourself to listen to this if you can't. It's okay. Seriously, do not feel obligated to listen to my a dumb story about me being a little gay. But anyways, let's go on. I was, God, I think coming from my perspective, I think I always knew. Like you always kind of know like that you're not 100% straight if you're not straight. Like even from when you're little, it's a weird feeling inside your head. But I think Dan Howell in his coming out video surmised it very well, that when you're that young and you hear the word gay, you hear this in the context of being negative or violent or just anything disgusting, any kind of negative connotation you can think of, it's slapped with gay, and you grow up hearing that, and you grow up thinking that it's this awful, horrible thing to be, and you associate negative things with it. So when you get called gay, or when you start to think you're gay, you just it's the worst feeling. It is like it's like nothing you've ever felt, and it's just, oh my god. I remember hearing gay a lot when I was little. Um I grew up in a small town in Texas. It's not a like a small like yee yee town, but a rich, privileged town, and my family was not rich and privileged, and we we moved out there because the place I was living before, when I was very very young, was not good at all, and they wanted a better life for me. My parents wanted me to try and succeed and do better for myself, and I thank them for that every day. But in this little town, you couldn't be anything but straight and conservative, and you had to be the perfect picture of white privilege no matter what. And to those kids, it meant being straight and white. And I, when I started to learn I wasn't straight, and all this time I'd been hearing kids like, "Oh, that's gay. Oh, you're a like F." Like, I'm not gonna say that word. I can't do it. But and me being young and questioning things, it's not easy, because you start to think you're disgusting, that you need to be fixed, that, oh, this thing that I am, that I think I am, I don't know yet, but it has all this awful, horrible like emotion behind it, and I don't know how to come to terms with that. And you grow up holding that negative connotation, and then oh, even worse. Growing up, I my parents grew me up in a church. I went to church a lot, and you know, in a religion, especially in Christianity, you hear a lot of um, your homosexuality is a sin. You are going to burn in hell, and you are disgusting and horrid. So you have two sides. You have the school life of using the word as negative connotation. You have your religious life using as a negative connotation. It all melds together into this mental berating every day of your life, and it's the worst. I remember I'm trying not to cry. I remember actually sitting down when I was still in the church when I was young. I was 14. I would sit and pray to God that he wouldn't make me gay. I didn't want to be the thing that disgusted people. I was already going through my own stuff, and adding that on top of this, I didn't want to be anything but what was considered normal, and I hated it. I hated myself. I threw myself into religion. Like, you would not believe. I tried to get my friends to come to everything. I was there every day. I it was just to make me not gay. It was just to make me something I wasn't. And the stress that put me under, it was awful. I spent so much of my youth, my younger youth. I'm a youth now, but I spent a lot of that time just hating myself, hating who I was, and I tried everything in my power to make sure I wasn't everything I was. And when that didn't work, I tried to um well, it started with cutting. Um and of course it progresses from there, and it just I didn't eat. I barely slept. I I was angry all the time. I I didn't know how to communicate with people at all by any means, and I wasn't ever happy. Just constantly hating myself and hating the thing I was. I've denied it like crazy. I pushed any thought like to the back of my head. There was like any mention, nope, just closed. We're not talking about it. It's done. Like and it was awful. Like it was awful. I I just I don't know why anyone would want to put another person through something like this. I never will understand it. But as time went on and I grew older, I sat and understood. Um, I had influences in my life. I had a lot of friends that helped guide me. One of my best friends, Daniel, helped me understand what I was and what I was going through. And I started to sit down and think, why why is this bad? No one ever told me why it was bad. They just told me it was bad. And I started to question things more. I started to think clearly for myself, and I got a lot more positive influences in my life. And I really had to sit down and think, like, why was I ever scared of this? This is nothing to be scared of. This is nothing that's gross or evil or disgusting. It's normal. They're people just like me. And in the mind of a 16-year-old at this point, this is when I started to come to terms with things. I really started to question the religious aspect of everything. I really started to question the normative aspect of everything, and I really did just sit there and think, like, this isn't right. No one should be able to tell me what I am is not okay. I don't know what I am yet. I know I'm not straight, and I didn't have a label for it. So I just said bye for a very long time because that's what I thought I was. But I understand that me personally, that now when I'm in a better place and I can think more clearly, that my sexuality and my gender is more fluid than that. And I don't think I have a label for it. I'm just going to say fluid. Um, but if anything, pan works for me. It's a good one. And I started to become happier. I found friends and family who love me so much, and just it's an amazing thing. I remember I when I started to come out to people, there was no disgust, there was no anger. It was just love, and I'm very thankful for that kind of acceptance. I never thought I would get it because of so many influences in my life telling me that I was disgusting. I thought that's how everyone was going to react, but that's not it at all. I, it blew me away. I I really I don't know where I'd be without the people in my life right now. I The one instance I remember, I hadn't come out to my best friend. Not a lot of people. I had told a few, but I hadn't told her because she was the one person that I didn't know how to react if she didn't accept me. She was the only person's opinion I think I truly cared about when it came down to this. She's been the person in my life who has been the only constant, and I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have that anymore. That support and that love and the humor that she brought to my life every day. Whew. um, and we were gonna go see a movie together, and we did. Went together and we watched Love, Simon when it came out. Yes, this is how recent that this is. And we get out together and we loved it. We had a good time, and I get in the car And seeing how accepting she was of the movie, how emotional she got, I thought I went for it. I turned to her, and because I'm not a serious person, I did it in the worst way possible. I sat there and I turned to her and I was like, "Hey, you know how 1 out of 3 people are gay?" And she just goes, "Yeah." Well, you know how our friend group has like 3 people, you, me, Carly. Yeah. Surprise! I'm the third one. I'm the odd one out. I'm the gay. And it was so dumb. And I'm pretty sure she thought I was an idiot. But you know what she never thought I was? She never thought I was gross or evil. She instantly accepted me, and she told me that she didn't care. I was still her best friend, and I normally I hate hearing that I still love you no matter what, because you just should. You should love whoever it is. It's still the same person. They're just expressing their romance and sexuality different than you, but just hearing the affirmation of I still love you and I'm always going to love you. I it's all I wanted. It's all I wanted. And now I'm in a great community with people who love and support me, and I have never felt more comfortable with myself when it comes to my sexuality. I'm in a place that I know that I'm right and what everyone else is saying is wrong. And you're right too if you're going through this as well. I no one's story is easy when it comes down to the LGBTQ plus community. No one's is. No matter the acceptance you have, it's still not easy. And I think that's what I want people to understand is this is not ever an easy process for anyone. I've dealt with too much, and I know my friends have too, and I know everyone in this goddamn community has. And it's not fair to us because we are human beings as well too, but we got to keep fighting, and that's what we're going to do is just keep fighting until we're seen as normal human beings. And we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Well, I mean, not with douchebag in the office, but we're getting there. I think we'll all be okay soon. We just it's it's all just a process. And obviously, seeing as it is a process, it's going to take a while, but I think we can all stick through it. And I think no matter how hard it gets, I think we have the strive to push forward because we're nothing without fighting back. Our whole community is put on the basis of fighting back. We would have nothing without the people who led the Stonewall riots, and it was a riot. It was a riot. It was a fight, and that's what we're going to continue to do is fight until we're completely equal. And I support and I'm a part of that fight, and any LGBTQ plus youth, whether you are trans, whether you are fluid, whether you are lesbian, gay, bi, like anything, you're part of that fight too. And it might be hard right now to see and to understand what's going on with you if you're still questioning things, but just know it's okay. You don't have to force yourself into a box. You can step out of the box. You can take the time you need to understand yourself. And you shouldn't listen to other people. Because I know if I had kept listening to other people, if I had listened to what everyone was saying about being gay, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't. And look at me go. I'm still here. I'm making dumb YouTube videos for the world to see. but I think I think it's gonna be okay. And I'm hoping that me sharing this story of mine um will help some kids understand. I hope it helps you understand what it's all like. But sorry, this video is getting a little too long for my taste and it's a little rambly, but I hope it helps. I really do hope it helps. Um if anything, I want to say thank you to people like Dan Howell and Eugene Lee Yang for having their courage to come out in the public way that they did. It was beautiful and courageous, and you inspired me to do this as well too. So if you haven't seen their videos, I'm going to link them in my description below, but if you haven't seen them, then you're an idiot and you're living under a rock. So please watch them now. Like, it's beautiful, and I they have more words than I ever could. So, and I'm going to, in the description as well, leave a link to the Trevor Project. If you would like to donate to them, please do. They are an LGBTQ youth fund, and the work they do is phenomenal, and I think everyone should be able to support them. If you can't, it's okay. Just if you can donate anything, even if it's just $1, please do not hesitate. They are great and wonderful people. So I on the last note, I just want to say that it's okay to take your time to figure things out, and you don't have to come out to anyone you don't want to. Um and it's your story, you know. Don't let anyone else influence it. It's yours to tell. So, happy Pride Month, everyone. Bye.